Good morning, everyone. Today is the first day of radiation treatment and the chemo pills. This is what I have to take. I call it the horse tranquilizer because it's so dang bad. This is day one. I gotta go in about an hour, so I have to take this an hour before. This is where it's gonna suck because if it was just radiation, I'd be like, okay, but it's just I have to be on this. This is the stuff that makes me feel like crap. I'm staying positive. I'm doing all that fun stuff. But today is the day. The 10th. Also Meg's birthday, and it's also Rika's birthday. Rika's official birthday. Rami's being crazy. Oh God, I hate that. It gives me goosebumps every time.
What are you thinking about? You're not nervous or anything? Do you know how long it's going to take and everything?
No. I think the first day is a little bit longer.
A little longer, just because they're getting used.
I think it's only like 15 minutes the procedure.
Do you have all those questions you want to ask them?
I don't remember.
You want to like brainstorm right now? That way you can maybe ask them so you feel better? You wanted to ask if you could be around Remy and I after having it, or if you had to quarantine yourself. Did you ask if you were going to have headaches or anything?
Memory issues.
Okay. You already have memory issues, Jack.
Do you think it's so funny? Got my phone.
Your mask? I just...
Shit, I don't have my phone. I've done that again.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Love you.
Love you too.
It's going to be okay.
Alright, internet, go on my side. Yep, so day one. And I always seem to get lost. I think it's this way. I didn't get a chance to do the camera or anything like that, but that was what it looks like. It's actually pretty gnarly. You can see kind of the lasers, how it kind of goes around. I'll talk a little bit more about it later because I think it wasn't so bad as I thought. I just know that over time, like I have 32 times I have to do this. It'll be more and more daunting. I don't feel, obviously it's the first one, I don't really feel much, but it's kind of like psychologically kind of goofing me up right now. So I'll once I get home right now, my favorite part of this whole crappiness right here is going over here and watching Remy play with the ducks. But I also broke the camera, so I haven't broke a camera in a very, very long time. It's actually probably because I went from the 6300, the giant camera, which knock on wood, I've never dropped, back to the G7 right here, and I always drop these. Let's go do the duck thing. This is my favorite part. I can get through it if you take me to see the ducks every day. I think this one, we should name them. Say hi. Hi. Yep, that is a duck. Okay, here's another one. What's the duck say? Quack. Quack. Goes quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. That's a quack. Was that funny? Ma'am, where are your pants?
She said, she goes, I got a Diesel?
Homeboy?
You know, get out of there.
Get out of there. Take his toy that he's standing on. He's like, I dare you to take my toy. Alright. Remy's got no pants, pushing a shopping cart right now. Okay? Look, see, she's gonna give it to you, pal. She steps on it. Oh, look at it. He took it away from you. He drops it, and then we can take it, okay? And Zoe doesn't have hers. I mean, she has one. See how Zoe dropped it? That's the rule. Okay? She keeps giving Zoe a bunch of hugs because she knows that she's all scared because of the weather.
That's like the most heartbreaking thing ever. Like, she's so innocent, and it's I mean, it's hard to even comfort her because you just don't know what's going to make her feel better.
Well,
I'm sure that Remy getting all up on her is real comforting.
Well, she's got a new Thunder Buddy. Like, we're Thunder Buddies, okay? I don't like it either.
Thunder Buddies for life.
So I promised you guys that I would kind of talk a little bit what happened today and how I'm feeling, what's going on. Obviously, it was day 1 of radiation / chemo starting. Let's just run through everything because the next 6 weeks are going to be very interesting in my life and as far as the vlogs and stuff like that. So this morning, you saw that I had to take the chemo pill. Okay, so a lot of people think, you know, chemo is only the intravenous, the IV and stuff like that. Thank God there's other options. I don't have to do those. I can just take I don't want to say convenient, but I take a pill. What they did was they cut it in literally a third or half. And what I have to do is I take that 1 hour prior to radiation. And I guess for some magical reason or something, I don't know why, they say it makes the radiation stronger and more effective, I guess. I don't know. All I know is that I had to take it, and I have to do radiation for 6 weeks, so that's roughly, give or take, 33-ish sessions, I guess you want to call them. And then I have to take chemo every day, I think. No, not every day. Every day for 6 weeks, and then after that, 5 days a week. So I have to be on it another year, unfortunately, as far as like the maintenance. And the reason why a lot of people are asking, like, oh, why do you have to do this? Why is it, like, people freak out. I freaked out. The reason why, it's protocol. So the reason why they have me do the radiation, and surprisingly I didn't do it the last couple times. The surgeon that got everything on the last surgery, which I can't even probably tell that I had surgery. You probably can't even look. I mean, you can't even see anything. Like, it's nothing. It's insane. It blows my mind. I remember the previous ones, you could tell like hugely. There was like, my hair would be like completely shaved off. Right now, it's back to normal. It's insane. What I have to do, I guess, is what protocol is, because he got 100% of it, but basically he overcompensated. He took the thing out, then went around the rim. So like, you know, really weird comparison. You know, like that last little bit of peanut butter in like a jar, and you're just scooping out the last parts, and you're kind of like either taking your finger, if you're like a Neanderthal like myself, or if you are a person with dignity, you're using a spatula or a spoon. So I would compare it to something like that. So he took around it, but at the same time, there's still those little microscopic little shits that could still potentially be there. So that means that they have to essentially go in and zap it. They have to zap the remaining section, those little microscopic things that you can't, like, he could have just kept digging and digging and digging, but at what point do you say, hey, I should probably stop digging right now. This guy's still gotta function. It becomes protocol that they use radiation as a means of getting the excess, and then the chemo to accelerate. That's the word I was looking for, to accelerate the radiation. They combine those things in hopes of taking care of the thing. And I've talked to people already. My doctor has a friend. Unfortunately, he's going through the exact same thing, same grade, same tumor, same everything, surgery, protocol with radiation, all that stuff. And he's like, yeah, after he did all that stuff, he's totally fine. He's, you know, he's had this stuff. He's been fighting it. I hate the word fighting. I literally hate that word. I hate the word the C word. I hate everything about it because I feel like that's admission of guilt, a defeat. Like, if that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't accept that as what it is. I accept what's going on as a speed bump. His friend, he's like 60 or 50 something years old. He got it since he was like my age. He said once he did this stuff, he was able to, I don't want to say relax, because, like, I'll be honest, this in your head, you can never relax. I probably have aged myself so quickly, just stressing out between this and the seizures and things like that. The idea is that they do the radiation, I guess standard is 6 weeks, 32, 33 sessions. Let's just kind of explain what's going on as far as what the radiation is. I thought it was like this really invasive thing, like feel it, like, okay, think about like, you know, like when you take a magnifying glass to like a leaf and use the sun and you burn the leaf. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. I always imagined it being something like that, to where it had to be some sort of heat thing and it would like penetrate and do that. That's honestly what I thought it was. I've gone through it now once. I am here to say that's not at all what it is. I didn't feel anything. The only thing I felt really that was really strange was the mask. The thing that like really kind of like, honestly, it was like, take, if you're a girl, you have pantyhose around your house or whatever. If you're a guy, you have them, that's fine too. Put it on your head and then lay back for 4 or 5 minutes. That's all it is, by the way. It's like 4 or 5 minutes. And that feeling right there is what it feels like, because you're like literally like this and it's right up against your face, so you can't move or do anything, and it's latched down here and it's latched all the way around, so it almost feels kind of like a torture device. So once you get past the whole like fact that you're like, if you wanted to lay up, you're not going anywhere. Once you kind of close your eyes, what I did was I closed my eyes, especially when I saw I forgot to completely turn the camera on, because I told you, like, I broke it, so I got to figure out where the other one is. The machine is pretty gnarly. I mean, if you look at it, it's like this giant, humongous thing. When you look, it's the most like when I walked in the room, they're like, oh, so-and-so nurse is going to be in there waiting for you. I get in there. She had to go run to the other room to get something, so it was just me and this giant machine. So I took this photo, and what I had to do is I had to use the wide angle lens to get the whole thing in the shot, because it was so massive. Every time I'd see this thing kind of, and honestly, I don't know exactly what it did, but I kind of saw it like kind of come in this direction, and then I would close my eyes so it wouldn't get me all claustrophobic and stuff like that, so it'd go over my face. So I truly, honestly have no idea what it was doing or how it's doing anything. Day one is done. They told me, I was asked them a whole bunch of lists of like a list of things. I'm gonna be honest about this stuff through the entire process, because I feel I've filmed so much already, and I've talked to a lot of people that these vlogs, somehow my stupid face has comforted some people, and I am honored, but there are a lot more influential, cooler people than myself. But honestly, I am honored, so I will continue doing this no matter how freaked out that this actually makes me. Because I even told Allie, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. I think I want to just take 6 weeks off of vlogs and just kind of focus on stuff. Then I started thinking about, like, why would I do that? I would really like to have this under my belt, saying that I was able to, plus it's so much better to talk about. But yeah, that's kind of the whole situation right now. It's localized radiation on top of an oral chemo pill. What's it called? I've been on it for years. So temozolomide, I think is what it's called. It's very good at the specific thing that I have. Apparently, generalized IV stuff that unfortunately other people have to go through doesn't necessarily work in that sense. So that's why they take. Chemistry and weird. Then doctors are so smart and nurses are so awesome. And I'll never understand medical science. That's why I'm not a doctor. That's why I'm a vlogger, I guess. That's day one of this journey. I'm going to actually go to bed really early. I'm so tired. I'm sure you could probably tell that it's exhausting. And that's where I kind of like start like thinking, like, is this going to be one of those things where it's like really going to, like, day 33 or something like that, I'm just going to be like, hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully not. Hopefully my personality and energy and who I am kind of offsets that. But I am going to say goodnight to you guys. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. I have another one of these, day 2, tomorrow. So wish me luck.